No sage, whether a Buddha or a Christ, no saint, whether of the past or of the present, has ever found peace without practicing meditation. It is the road which leads to the attainment of perfect tranquility of mind. The spiritual life of a man or a woman depends upon the subjugation of the senses, upon control of the passions, and upon the manifestation of the divine powers that are latent in every individual soul. Such a spiritual life can be attained by different methods. Each of these methods is called in Sanskrit yoga. The method or path of concentration and meditation is known as the royal method or Raja Yoga in Sanskrit. The method of concentration is described as the king of all other methods, because nothing can be achieved without concentration. There is no power in the universe higher than the power which comes through concentration. When the mental powers are properly guided and directed toward any external object, the true nature of that object is revealed, and the result is the discovery of the physical laws which govern the phenomenal world. When the same concentrated mind of a yogi is directed towards the internal world, it enlightens the most subtle things connected with his inner nature and unveils those higher laws which govern his spiritual nature. Each individual possesses the power of concentration in a greater or lesser degree and uses it in his or her everyday life, either consciously or unconsciously. Concentration in its simplest form is known to us by the name of attention. If we do not pay attention to the object which we see, hear, or perceive, we cannot understand the nature of that thing. In dancing, singing, painting, writing, or in any other avocation, no man can do his best unless his mental powers are properly concentrated upon the object of his particular line of work. Without using the power of attention, there could not be any great artist, sculptor, or philosopher, no mathematician, scientist, or chemist, no astronomer, musician, or composer. All the discoveries in the realms of nature, inventions of machines and of other things which we see today, all the amazing achievements of modern science, are nothing but the results of that wonderful power of concentrated attention. A child in the earliest period of its life expresses this innate power of attention by fixing its gaze upon shining objects or upon the face or eyes of its mother or nurse. That simple, undeveloped, and spontaneous power of attention in a child gradually develops as the little one grows older and comes in contact with the world. Then we gradually learn to fix our minds on such things as are attractive to our intellect and higher nature. Here begins voluntary attention, or attention well controlled and properly directed by intellect and will. The spontaneous attention, which is a gift of nature, can be transformed by voluntary effort into the power of higher concentration upon the most abstract truths, and lastly upon the absolute reality of the universe. That simple power can become enormously strong if we know the secret of controlling it. The control of attention by willpower is called concentration, in Sanskrit dharana. Dharana, or concentration, is when the mind, being restrained from taking various forms, holds on to some object, either in the body or outside the body, and keeps itself in that state. If, by gradual practice, we can control the modifications of the mind stuff, such as sensations, passions, desires, etc., and converge the whole mental energy towards one point, then that process is called dharana, or concentration. Concentration leads to meditation. Meditation means the continuous or unbroken flow of one current of thought towards a fixed ideal. After gaining control over the mind through the practice of concentration, If we can compel the thought current to flow in one direction for a certain length of time, we have attained the power of meditation. In this state, the mind is not distracted by external noise. The objects of meditation will vary with the individual ideals of the persons who practice it. For spiritual unfoldment, the ideal of the unity of the Atman or individual spirit with the Brahman or universal spirit will be one of the best subjects upon which to meditate. Such ideas as I am spirit beyond body and senses and above mind, or I am one with the universal spirit, or I and my Father are one, will be of great help. First repeat it orally, then mentally. Concentrate your mind on the true meaning and meditate upon it. Let the same current of thought flow without any break or distraction, then only will it be real meditation. If your mind be distracted by any other thought or idea or by external disturbance, firmly bring your attention back again to the chosen ideal. Those who have never tried meditation will find it very difficult at first, because the long-standing habit of permitting irregular activity in the mind will baffle all the attempts of the beginner. Various thoughts and ideas which you have never cherished consciously will spontaneously arise from the subconscious plane and will show what tremendous strength they have. The beginner has to slowly and cautiously subdue these obstructive thoughts. He must not pay any attention to them. He must labor hard to prevent his mind from being distracted from the train of thought he has decided to follow. Various disturbing elements will arise, will play for a short while on the conscious plane, and if not noticed will then disappear. But if, on the contrary, he should pay a little attention to them, they will become stronger and take the form of impulse and force his whole mind in some other direction. Therefore, instead of following those unbidden thoughts and ideas, he should hold to the ideal.